I love that one gif of the cat. That's me right now. Okay, we are ready. Sorry about all that.
Get your tickets now before it's too late.
See, I just assaulted everybody with another notification, dude. Alright, let's get this shit started. Hello. Look at all this bullshit. Thrasher, why'd you leave all this crap on the screen? Hello, welcome. We are not playing the Dog Island tonight. Don't worry. And there is only one host right now. There is not a dog host also. Although you can still summon him as normal. Yes, welcome. Hello everybody. Hope you're having a nice Thursday. It is indeed Spike After Dark, and we are playing a game that we've played before, actually. Once before. Oh, and my browser window is also coming up. You shouldn't be able to see that. Hopefully I didn't yab. God, Thrasher made a right mess of all this bullshit, didn't he? I was just on my way to Twitch to turn off all the Thrasher redeems. Let me see. Where is it? There we go. Alright. I was going to... Yeah, I could do that. I could probably actually like automate that and rig it up to like just switch me instantly. I think you can do that with Warudo at least. So I might play around with that one. That would be pretty funny if I had like no control over it. Yeah, a more expensive one. Yeah. Like it just renders me unable to speak. Like and I just have to take on the role for a bit. But yeah, I might do that. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, regular Thrasher Redeemer's back. Obviously Spike Redeemer's gone because I am here in my regular form again. But yeah, doing well. I hope everybody is having a nice day. Nice to stream a little earlier because I had the day off work today. So we started at a slightly earlier time. And on time at that, which is very rare. It was on time, but basically we had a little crash as things were loading there. So I don't really count that as a proper, you know, obstruction. But I suppose it wasn't technically that on time. But that's okay. Anyway, we're going to play a little bit of Beetle. Beetle Mania. Beetle. Oh, fucking what? My head's gone. All this shit's throwing me. Beetle Crazy Cup, which we have played once before. So, a little bit of background on this one. I played this one back in 2022, if you can believe that. It was November of 2022 that I last played this, and I put a bit of the VOD on earlier. And what's weird is it feels like it was yesterday. It really does. Like all my regulars are there, you know, all you guys are there. The banter is like exactly the same. Like I put a bit of the VOD on, and the bit that I happened to watch was when like the game was being really glitchy and all the cars were like flying into space and stuff. And basically, all you guys were gaslighting me and pretending like the game footage was completely normal and none of this was happening. I kept pointing out, oh, that car just flew away. And you guys were like, Spike, meds? Like... And I was literally looking at it happen on the VOD and looking at me just being gaslit the whole time. It was funny. Yeah, I believe it was. So the VOD is here. I actually only uploaded it a couple months ago because it's part of my current VOD uploading spree, which I can happily report is almost at 2025 now. We're just doing like the last couple of 2024. I don't remember. They both have very similar like rosters in terms of cars, so it could have been either. But this one was a bit more recent than Beetle Adventure Racing, which was a 2021 stream, I think. But yeah. So that's the VOD there, and this is of course not that. This is a remake of that game, which only came out a few months ago, and has had relatively little fanfare since it came out. I really only found out about the remake because somebody actually left a comment on that VOD, and I was like, holy shit, really? And I looked up, and yeah, it's a full-fledged remake. A dude just went ahead and made the whole game in Unity again. Yeah, that's right, Never. That's right. But you can't wait, huh? Can't wait to see who's gonna come in. Thing is, though, the VODs do get like interesting stragglers all the time. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like just somebody who happened to find me because this is again one of those situations where this is a game that has so few videos on it and so little coverage on the internet that merely just uploading a VOD with the game's name in it is enough to catch the attention of people, because there's fuck all about this game on YouTube, you know? I have probably one of the like small handful, dozen or so videos of it on YouTube, so like games like this are a good way of getting a little bit of discovery, although I'm really only picking up like super fans of said games, but that's fine. But yeah, I got a very useful bit of info that there was a recent remake. Here is the itch.io site. It's completely free and it includes all the data to play the game because this game is fucking ancient and nobody knows who owns it. Nobody knows. Nobody sold it since it came out. It's one of those situations. There is a 0% chance of this ever being sold by anybody ever again, so you can just go ahead and download the entire thing there. It's a Unity remake that I believe does change the physics around a little bit. By its own description, it says that it like makes the minis and the Beetles react a bit more realistically, and the physics are a little bit more realistic, but still obviously arcadey. So I'm curious how it is. But that is the little bit of background to this stream. I'm looking forward to it because something that I also learned from looking at that VOD is it was very, very unstable, the original version. I did my best to like install as many fixes and things like that as I could, but in the end it was still like very unstable and like crashing all the time. And obviously the physics were completely fucked because all the cars were like flying into space and everything was going wrong. They were also like crashing into the wall full force. Hello, man on the side. Good to see you. Hey, dude. Hope you're having a lovely evening. And yeah, so physics were like completely fucked up. So because you're running it on like systems that a system spec that is like way beyond what it was initially capable of, it just went like all the cars just went straight into the wall because their programming was all wrong. So we're gonna play what is in theory a perfect version now because somebody has sort of made it from the ground up. But yeah, great, thank you. Had the day off work, so I've just been chilling. Still got energy, and we're playing a retro racing game, of course. This one is all about Beatles and has a pretty cool 60s theme. And yeah, a big shout out to Jaken525 for producing this remake that I just linked up there. Again, it's free to play. It's just like nobody is ever going to give a shit about this game, like in terms of copyright holders, because I'm sure whatever license it was made with expired years and years ago. So yeah, let's play a little bit of it. We'll jump over now. Okay, so this game has quite a funky menu. It goes all in on the 60s theme. Let me just make sure the sound is working. Bear with me, everybody. Look at that. This menu is so soulful, dude. It's like, it's as late 90s as it gets. Every button is just a GIF, you know? I especially like the exit. I think that should actually be an emote on here if I can get that working. I can just imagine posting that when I'm about to click the big X button in the corner. You know what I mean? But yeah, everything is just a beautiful animated GIF. Okay. Yeah, it's so cute, so cute. All right, let me put the sound at a reasonable level. That should be fine. Okay, and as you can see, the game is now in widescreen and all that because it's a Unity remake. Runs at a nice resolution. Didn't have to mess with anything. Didn't take any time at all to capture it. So far it's been good. Hasn't crashed yet either. What I did notice is the controller options don't really work. I tried every controller I had, and basically what happens is it plays. Now I'm gonna give you guys an audio warning. It plays this noise when you try and add a controller. Speaking as an AV technician, if I hear this noise when I'm like teching a band or something, it usually means the DI box has shat itself or something. It's a bad noise. If you're hearing this, it's over, dude. Anyway, yeah, not very nice, and it doesn't actually detect the gamepad buttons. That means death. Yes, it does. Time to change your equipment. However, thankfully, it does go away when you leave that, which is good. But yeah, I wasn't able to get it working with any controller. It does have like some default Xbox settings, but they default to like really weird buttons that don't make any sense. Like the pause button is mapped to the right trigger and stuff like that, which is very bizarre. But you know, that is like it's all a bit too messy. So I'm just sticking with the good old keyboard on this one. Anyway, what you guys would like to see now, I suppose, because we haven't seen it, is the intro. So let's do it. It has a nice song, as I recall. They go all in with the 60s theme. It's like a sort of Beach Boys knockoff, if I remember right. You can also skip the intro, which I don't think you could in the original. Oh yeah, look at that compression. Beautiful. Look at him go! This reminds me of like the opening of Wacky Races or something. All the sped up footage and shit. The real footage is really cool. There's something about watching a bunch of Beatles and Minis all race in a line that's very therapeutic, you know? Very cute. Holy shit! I almost ran over a crowd of people there. B-Rally style. Whoa, and this has multiple modes of play. You can do monster trucks. I think they might have, yeah. Because, like, you can kind of tell this is, like, rough quality. And they probably attempted some kind of upscaling job, but the original file was probably literally 28K internet format, you know? It was probably a real player file or something, because this is a late 90s PC game. You know how things were. This also had online play in the original version. It's not been brought back for the remake yet, but the menu option is still there, which is quite cool, so maybe one day. But yeah, the rest of the stuff is pretty much the same. So let's try and go into a game. The championship, I believe, I can actually show you the different types before we start. So we have monster truck races, buggy races, speed car races, cross events, big jumps, jump events, which I think are like Wario Stadium style, you know, up and down, and of course demolition derbies. And yeah, it's a bunch of shit. There's also a couple of custom cars on ModDB for the remake that I did put in the game, but I don't know how to get access to them. I might have to unlock them later or something. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do here. I remember liking this game, but just not being able to play that much of it because it crashed so much. So it's a good candidate for a modern remake. I don't know how it actually is yet, though. Okay, championship mode. Welcome. Click on a cup to choose a championship. The driver with more points at the end wins the cup. Okay, going to do Championship 1. And Yoko Yang is that one. Oil Dragon. And we also have the HRM Black Storm. Oh, dude, I can't imagine how much it was suffering on the old Spike PC. That's a good point, because, yeah, this is back when I had my older PC, and it was much older. It was like an Athlon 4 or something, so, like... I mean... In fairness, this game probably wanted an old PC, but it was probably just new enough that it didn't like it very much. Now I actually do have enough power to play a game like this and have my model on the screen at the same time, which didn't used to be a given. So stat-wise, this one's a bit faster. Other than that, the stats are kind of the same. So I guess I'll go for this. That's an A1, and that is also an A1. This is a bit heavier, this white one. Okay, let's go for this one anyway. Get that little bit of extra speed. Okay, the Europe Championship speed. Win the race in 3 laps. Yeah, the game looks pretty much the same. They didn't go over the top with, like, adding any graphical effects or anything, thankfully. And, yeah, let's give it a shot.
3, 2, 1, go!
I might balance the sound a little bit more. I can't really hear the engine noises very well. I might have a look and see if I can do that from here. I can. Okay, let's bring the music down just a tad. Music's nice, though. Sounds like John Horn or like all those guys that did the instrumental tracks in the 60s. Very, very much of its time. Or Herb Alpert and all those guys. Okay, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. Okay, cool. That feels a bit better. You can hear the crowd. The game's nice and smooth. Runs at 60, which is good. This game definitely missed out from like not having a port to anything, I think, because it only came out for PC back in the day, which I thought, even when I looked at it first, was just a pretty horrible choice for an arcadey racing game. So I don't think there's anything in this that couldn't be pulled off on the PS1 in theory. You know, you downscale everything a little bit, of course, but I think it could be done. But yeah, games like this that just come out on the PC tend to kind of get lost in the shuffle a little bit. It's the same thing with stuff like Screamer, which I think is also getting a remake soon. Like that series was also just on PC. I think the first one had like a PS1 port actually, but not the later ones. But like it was quite rare, but always a bit of a shame when it would happen. Okay, well now we're first. We're cooking. We're cooking. Yeah, it's playing pretty well so far. I don't really like playing racing games on the keyboard if I can help it. Whoa! But in this case, I can't help it because nothing else works. It's okay with rally games though, like and certain kinds. I'm doing okay though. If I remember correctly from the last time I played this, I think I stalled out at like, whoa, at like Championship 3. That may have also been because the game was just that unstable though. It may not have been a skill issue. Yeah, I like that they kept the aesthetic of the game pretty much intact. I think the skybox is slightly improved. Maybe. What I really like is every stage has like its own little graphic at the starting line, which is quite cute. There we go, 1 position. There we go. We got Spike, June, Bot, January, Kissia, The Surgeon, NP, and Father. Interesting selection of names here. Okay, we're switching now. Do we want the thing? Or do we want excess? Okay. Excess has a slightly higher cross rank. So maybe we'll go for that. So chat, what did you think of all the Nintendo stuff out recently? They're making a new Mario Kart, which is good, you know, but I don't know. The rest of it's pretty bad. It kind of seems like they're about to have their second Wii U era.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm not a big fan of them finding like new ways to charge people extortionate amounts of money. Yeah, it is, Caleb. You're right. I'm hoping that that it's because it's just kind of a beefed up Switch 1. A lot of the stuff will already work, and they can just kind of like quickly throw together a Yuzu 2, you know. But I'm absolutely I'm either going to be emulating it day one, or I'm going to like if they have an early hack, I'm just going to get the hackable model, get my fucking paperclip inside it, and then like quickly take that route, because yeah, the shit they're coming up with is just completely absurd. The paid tech demo, the needing Nintendo Online to order the GameCube controller. I mean, I get it. They're going for like a scalper thing. They're trying to stop all the people buying up shit, which is respectable, but like, yeah, so much of it is just completely absurd and very anti-consumer, you know. And yeah, the most ridiculous one is the upgrade packs, where you can play your Switch 1 games at a slightly higher FPS, but you can only access the higher FPS if you pay up. Which is, I can't even fathom who comes up with that. Like, not even Microsoft did that. Buy the game again. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm going to continue my tradition of giving them zero money for this one, I'm afraid. That said, the games they've announced all seem really good for the most part. Like the new Mario Kart looks good. Kirby Air Ride is getting a sequel. That looks good. Like, it's definitely not a software issue, but everything else is just an absolute clusterfuck. And yeah, I feel like they do have enough fanboys to get away with it, but time will tell. If it is a flop of some kind, then it would hopefully teach them a lesson, you know? Because the Switch 1 was already bad enough. I think part of the reason that I ended up becoming like such a proponent of like Yuzu and the like is because like nothing ever went on fucking sale, you know? With the Switch, like, if you were lucky, some physical copies of stuff would go on sale like years after the fact when they didn't hold their value anymore. But like the online store and all that was just a complete joke. Nothing would ever be cheap. And you know, I'm pretty poor. I was especially poor back then. But like, oh yeah, I completely forgot it's going open world now, yeah. So they're taking the fucking Burnout Paradise approach to Mario Kart now, which is insane. Oh yeah, exactly, Caleb, you're absolutely right. It's exactly the same as Pokemon. Oh yeah, I think this is like, it's just opening the doors for what's going to happen next, which is, I think, every game getting the same treatment, you know? Every like, hotly anticipated game especially. Okay, this one has a slightly higher buggy rank, so we'll pick this one. Didn't do too great on that last one, but that's okay. Championship buggy race now. But yeah, GTA 6 is 100% going to be $100, if not more. Because of all the money they're putting into that, they've got to come up with something to get the money back, you know? Obviously, part of that will be an online service that absolutely nickel and dimes you, but I'm sure the actual base game will cost a lot as well. Ah, fuck off! Why'd you have to park your damn car there? I kind of miss a real modern Nintendo console with proper hardware that tries to compete with the Xbox and PlayStation. I grew up with the GameCube and the Wii, which still had great games and would start at an innovation route. Yeah, I did too, and I completely agree. They were really setting themselves apart back then, which, you know, was part of the... People call it, like, desperation era Nintendo now. And that's kind of like when they're at their best, when they just kind of have to come up with shit to stand out. Like the N64 was like pretty disappointing, for instance. So a lot of the GameCube was just a response to that, to try and find something that was like that would get them back in people's good books and kind of let them stand out from the Xbox and the PS2. And it did work. Like it had a very unique identity, the GameCube, that I still like associate it so tightly with a lot of games and stuff like that. Whereas I think the identity of the Switch has just kind of been a lot of like, it's been pretty good overall, but a lot of like ports and stuff as well. It was just kind of a port machine for a lot of its life. A lot of like Wii U games that flopped on there, they got ported over and stuff like that. And the gimmick of it didn't really like actually add up to all that much. You had a few gimmicky games like 1-2 Switch and stuff, but like in the end it was just kind of a tablet, you know? Ah, shit, I'm not gonna catch up at this rate. But like, yeah, I do miss their more original era, and I'm hoping if the Switch 2 doesn't do too well, they might be inclined to actually try a little harder in terms of some gimmicks. Fucking hell, that went completely wrong. GTA 6 will be the first game that the development of which cost $1 more billion. Very true, yes. $1 more billion William dollars. It's actually insane. I don't know how they're managing to do it, you know? Especially considering, like, they already have a good engine to build off of in GTA 5. Like, what on earth are they spending all that money on? But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a massive hit. Imagine a console that has GTA 6 and Mario plus a popular online service. It would outclass PlayStation and Xbox. Very true. Yeah. See, that's the other thing, because like I think a lot of people were hoping that Switch 2 would be like a notable step up in terms of tech, at least in the sense that you could at least like port GTA 6 to it, or like a 30 FPS port or something, you know. Like, but like, it seems like it's very much still behind the times, and it's going to be another shit show of like muddy and, you know, low frame rate games that, you know, they were talking about it being capable of 4K, but it seems like a load of bullshit to me. Kind of like in the same way that like the PS4 was technically capable of it, but you'd never actually see it out of it. Oh, dude, the camera did not look good. Yeah. I like the GameCube. It still kind of competed with PS2 and Xbox, apart from those idiotic small discs that held back many games. But the Wii was start of that gimmick stuff. Yeah, absolutely. See, the Wii's gimmick, it like, I feel like the best Wii games were kind of at the tail end, when like people kind of figured out the best way to balance the waggle with the kind of more traditional gameplay stuff. But I ended up like quite liking the Wii generation more than most my age. But like, yeah, like I like the GameCube and the Wii, but definitely like, while the GameCube was like competitive with the PS2 and Xbox, the file sizes definitely held it back. Particularly when you play like licensed games and stuff, there'd always be less music tracks and stuff like that, and obviously like slightly crustier graphics sometimes. But like it wasn't too bad. But the yeah, Nintendo has been sort of having to make like sacrifices for a long time. That's a gimmick. The camera that people will use to expose themselves to minors. True. Dude, that camera is going to be cancelled so fast. Nintendo Discord is probably going to be the fucking biggest clusterfuck in history. But yeah, 1080p would be a massive struggle for it, I think. 60 FPS you can forget about. Modern consoles, even like PS4 and the like, and PS5 are still struggling with 1080p at 60. Like, how on God's name can they even claim with a straight face that it has any 4K capability? Like, it's insane. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that they're kind of embracing online chat a bit more and stuff like that. But, like, I don't know. It just has bad news written all over it. Oh my god, get out of my way! Alright, we're gonna have to restart that one. Instantly over. Getting sandwiched between that guy. Oh yeah, we love the Vaseline. I think there's been some people discussing about the fake Nvidia frames as well, which also might make an appearance. The make-believe extra 20 frames or whatever to get it to 60. When it's really 40. I mean, that if it does that, then shit might be dead on arrival, but we'll see. Yeah, I think so. I think it's just like, I think if they were able to be a bit more competitive, sort of like they were in the GameCube era, at least graphically it was very competitive, it would definitely make it a lot more viable. And like, you know, a lot of the ports would be better too. Because at the moment, like, the Switch versions of stuff are pretty much always guaranteed to be the worst version, you know, of multi-platform things, which is a damn shame, because like it doesn't have to be that way, you know. Yeah, it would. I would love to see a Zelda that's like that actually attempts a realistic style again, for instance, you know, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and all that has a nice style. Like the sort of soft cell shaded stuff, but like I love to see their take on something like Ocarina again, but with like some hardware that could actually handle it, you know. But yeah, I can't even imagine it. Oh my god, the WWE 2K18 port. That one is like maybe the worst Switch port ever. That thing ran at like 5 FPS on a good day. It was so fucking funny. I literally cannot believe that got released. I think they are intending to bring the 2K series over again now on the Switch too, so it may very well happen again. It was a crime. I can't believe they got away with that. I mean, they barely did. Obviously, it was critically panned, but it was like it was hilarious. Because like what it basically was is if you've got like a really shit PC and you try and like run something on high settings, or you just try and run something that is like clearly way out of the league of your PC, and it basically ran like that. It was stuttering and struggling so much that like it crashed all the time, and it ran at like 10 to 5 FPS, and like it was all muddy and the textures wouldn't load sometimes. It was basically as much struggle as you could theoretically get out of a games console, but man, it was rough. It was funny to watch though. I remember a couple years ago, just for a gag, New Legacy, they did one of their Royal Rumble, when they were doing the Rumble-thon, they did like one of their bits using that particular version. It was so fucking funny, especially when like 6 or 8 people get in the ring at once. You're literally looking at like 1 FPS. It's like absurd. Yeah, same man, same. I absolutely want Day of Reckoning 3. I want there to be distinct wrestling series again, you know? Because like that was another good thing about back in the day, where there were so many different series. Like Xbox had its own wrestling series, you know. We had the Raw games on there. GameCube games were the Day of Reckoning series, WrestleMania series, and then PS2 had the SmackDown series. Like, it was cool. It was cool. Every console kind of had its own identity and its own games to go with it. And now it's like, it's just WWE 2K on everything, and it's very boring. And, you know, it's boring in general. I don't really like those games that much these days. I mean, they've been getting, like, steadily a little bit better each year, but, like, they just don't compare for me for the Day of Reckoning games and the SmackDown games. Obviously, you know this. Man on the Sack actually helped me with the last CXW stream, a lot of the tech support stuff, like getting Titantrons and theme music in the game and stuff like that. So he's a big Day of Reckoning guy, and as am I. So like, it is my favorite wrestling series, and it is sorely missed, you know, because it's such a good engine, and it's just been left to rot, you know. Nobody's doing fuck all with it, and it could still be great, you know. 8 people weren't possible in the Switch version. Yeah. I think it capped out at 6, but when 6 came in the ring, it was still like absurd. Yeah, I agree completely with that. I think it had the most potential of them all, because the Day of Reckoning series is essentially just the evolution of the Aki engine, the No Mercy engine and stuff. It kind of like, when you go back to WrestleMania 18 on the GameCube, sorry, I'm getting into a bit of a wrestling tangent here. When you go back to like WrestleMania 18, it was kind of like Yuke's attempt at doing that style, and it was like a complete flop. Like, it didn't really work at all. It was so glitchy, but they just kept refining it, and it ended up becoming like a nice, slightly sped up evolution of it that was really a good modern version. And like, of all the different engines that came about that time, I think that was the best one. And it's the most fun to play in terms of like watching AI beat the shit out of each other as well, which is why I use it. Because you literally cannot predict what the hell's gonna happen. You could have 2 guys step into the ring and have like a crazy like strong style match, you know, fucking kicking out of finishers at 1 and all this shit. Or you could have like a quick job match, or it could like, it could be like 40 minutes long when like it just go forever. Or you could have a fucking terrifying cage match that never ends because they forget how to climb. Oh my god, I'm stuck. There's no restart button, bros. Yeah, cool roster on it, but a crappy game because it was very rushed. I think the story with that one, dude, it's over. We gotta restart this one. Oh my god, we got to restart the championship again. I think the original might have had a respawn button. I was trying to press everything I could and I couldn't find one. Oh well, let's try again. Yeah, it was crappy for the time, because like, I think they wouldn't have had much time to develop it at all. So it came out in like 2002. And of course the GameCube only launched like a year earlier, so like, yeah, it was no doubt completely rushed. But like, they got steadily better. Like WrestleMania 19 was quite good, and then obviously the first Day of Reckoning was really good, and yeah, it kept getting better and better, and then it just stopped, unfortunately. Yeah, dude, that's another good thing I like about Day of Reckoning, is that you can interrupt moves, and it never turns into you just watching animations. You know, there's constant like taking and switching, and you know, there's a give and take between the people who are wrestling. It never just turns into watching cutscenes or whatever the fuck. There's always action going on, and there's always at a moment's notice the pendulum can swing, you know. Anyway, that's why I like it, and it's very fun to play with friends as well, obviously. But yeah, it's only gotten worse in recent years with the 2K games. Some of the fucking animations on that are so long, and like, it feels like you're barely touching the buttons at all for some of it. I know, like, what I really don't like about the modern 2K games as well is like, everything's a mini game. Like, you want to get the belt down from the ladder, it's a mini game. You want to like get something under the ring, it's a mini game. You want to kick out of a pin, it's a mini game. It's always like, put the fucking square peg in the round hole or whatever the fuck, and it's like, dude, can I just like mash the buttons, please? Like, what is this shit? It just doesn't really blend well in my opinion. But you know, they've been like slowly course correcting in the past couple of years, getting rid of some of that stuff. And like, I like that they have like throwable weapons and stuff like that now. Like, it's been getting like a bit more arcadey and fun with each iteration, but like, it probably just need to take a year off and just like sort of when they did what they did after I think it was 2K20, the really bad one, and just like regroup a little bit. But obviously it prints too much money for them to do that. Yeah, exactly. All the weird like dialer combos and stuff like that make up all the different like basic things you have to do, like kick out of a pin. Is just makes it feel kind of crummy. But you know, it's okay. I also really don't like the story mode these days either, which is another sticking point I have with modern wrestling games, where it's all that like my career shit, where it's all just very cheesy, you know, like soap opera stuff. And it's always like corporate propaganda as well. You're playing as like two rookies that are the biggest WWE fans on earth, and everything they say is a fucking reference to something, and it just feels very phony, you know? Whereas I think the older games kind of always made a point to kind of reflect what was on TV, and you know, they'd be adapting storylines that you've seen recently and shit like that, or sometimes like kind of wacky shit, like the SmackDown vs. Raw games would sometimes have ridiculous shit in them, like Undertaker bringing zombies back from the dead, or like Kurt Angle turning into a fucking chick and stuff like that. You know, there was some stupid shit in there, but it was always framed like exactly like the stuff on TV was, so it was fun. But like, yeah, I don't really dig the career stuff anymore, which is a shame, because that used to be like my favorite part of the games. I'd boot that up immediately when I got them. Ending cutscene is you sucking the rock of John Cena's ding dong. You're probably right. I don't know if that many people have even played to the end, but you know, if you have, that's the least they could give you. Welcome, Jumbo. Yeah. Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain have the best two in history, I think. Day of Reckoning 1 and 2 are both really good as well, because they kind of flow into each other, and it's a good story arc, starting like from like an actual jobber like that can't even get on TV, and like is wrestling on the house shows and stuff, and wrestling fucking Val Venus and Chavo Guerrero and whoever, and all the way to being, you know, a big star. It's a good arc. Yeah, they are linear, like that's the bummer. Like, they don't really go anywhere, like in terms of choices, which is the opposite of the other ones. But like, they are a nice story and they are well presented. So like, it's at least something. It's definitely a fuck ton better than what we have now. Linear, are you French whore? How do you say it, Jumbo? This might be my British accent not helping me here, but that is how I say it. But yeah, the SmackDown, the Here Comes the Pain and Shut Your Mouth seasons were good, because they'd always start with the draft, and you'd be able to put anybody on the roster you want, all of your creator wrestlers and all that shit. If you want to put fucking Iron Man and whoever else in there, and Spider-Man and Batman, you can do it, and they'll just be in the roster, and you can have all kinds of fun with it, and they'll be incorporated into the story like everybody else. It was just really clever, and I feel like nobody's just willing to put in that much work again, you know, to make it actually engaging. Yeah, that's true. Definitely could have been better. The brand stuff was just arbitrary there. Didn't actually make much difference at all. Okay, 5th isn't great, but at least it's something. Linear and Demi-Feed. Yeah, all of the Shin Megami Tensei bosses. All right, cool. All right, let's try and not die here. Just for fun and sport. Surf with your buggy. Alright, we'll try the blue one this time. I think we tried the pink one before and it didn't go well. Alright, championship buggy. Why it's called 1 versus 1 when there's like 8 of us in the race, I don't know, but let's do it. I do think I'd be a little bit better if I had like a proper controller, but I'm not gonna lament on it too much. We got what we got. Alright, go, 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 go. These things do not turn around easily. Also, I need to slow down a little bit before the big jump, because otherwise my buggy goes completely haywire and tries to do a flip. But yeah, it is a bit of a shame with wrestling games how like there's no perfect game, I don't think. Like you can kind of like pick and choose bits and pieces of other ones, and kind of like they all have different things that are enjoyable about them. But like there are definitely certain things that the Day of Reckoning games did better than SmackDown games, and SmackDown games did better than Day of Reckoning games. Like there's a lot of things in the Day of Reckoning games that a lot of basic functionality that just isn't there that you kind of take for granted. Like I remember. One of the things that annoys me when I do my streams is the Day of Reckoning games. When you make a CAW in them, you can't pick signs to the crowd. You just get like the same 4 generic ones for everybody, which is like that's something that's been in SmackDown since like SmackDown 2 or some shit. You know, like it's been in there forever, but they just never got around to adding it because they were just slowly porting stuff over. And it does, you know, I'd have a lot of fun if I could like make loads of signs for everybody, but you only get 4, which is and I think they're all like random propaganda shit, but like it's just little things like that. And steel steps, yeah. Yeah, content wise, backstage areas especially, dude, there were so many good ones, like the Times Square venue, like the outside of the arena where you could like go up on a helicopter, all that stuff, super cool. You could like board the train and shut your mouth, I remember. Like yeah, they were just putting shit in for fun. Yeah, Shut Your Mouth did it best. It had an insane amount. That's why it's a bummer that we never got a third game, because I feel like a lot of that stuff probably would have come with time. But like we just ran out of time. A spike with 70 points. I think I'm going to get the second on this. I got the second, yeah. I don't think it counts it as a clear unless you 100% ace it. We should probably try number 2. Ah, we can't. Okay, so only a first will do it. Okay, one more try. Beetle forever, ... Oh, that's right. Yeah. So the calendar in Shut Your Mouth actually, like, it affected the outside weather and stuff. So yeah, you could throw snowballs, which is so soulful. It's lovely. Yeah, they just aren't putting anything like that in games anymore. Not wrestling games, anyway. Actually, I say that. The man keeping that spirit alive is good old M. Dickey, actually. If you want silly stuff in wrestling games, he's usually got you covered. He definitely doesn't have the best engine in terms of like technicality, but yeah, it's very fun. Recently brought back limb removal, which was a big hit with me. Love M. Dickey. The man is just he's his own guy. Nobody is doing it like him right now. I love the weird like combination moves you can hit in it as well. Like it's just such a strange engine, but like oddly very fun. All right, here we go. And of course, playing other shit like Hard Time and School Days and all that, it's just even more keener. That engine is going to be in every type of game imaginable if he has his way. Okay, we got to get the first on this one. We need to get those damn points. Yeah, I've probably put the most time into Wrestling Empire in terms of like recent wrestling games, honestly. Just like a little absurd to think about, but it honestly does have the most content. And it's definitely a throwback into like when the SmackDown games had loads of backstage areas and stuff like that. It has the same kind of free roaming fun to it, just with a lot more nonsense. Ah, fuck, he just suddenly got a massive burst of speed. Oh, come on, come on, come on. All right, do not slow down. Do not slow down. Go, 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 go. I think we got this. I think we got this. Go, go, go. Oh, come on. Yeah, that was close. Oh, boy. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that same VOD, actually. I was watching that too. Gemma playing Inzoi. The thing is, he is like a Sims god, you know? He knows how to break those games and come up with crazy shit all the time. But, like, yeah, the driving in it is insane. There was a bit where, like, there was a busker out on the street and he was just constantly trying to run him over because he was, like... he was singing really badly, and he just kept hitting him, and it wasn't working. And like, eventually he hit him one time, and it did work, and he turned into a fucking ragdoll and like fell through the floor, and he just died. It's like they really haven't figured out driving yet, but I think eventually it'll wind up being pretty fun. But because it's got driving, I probably will play it eventually if the Spike PC can handle it, which is kind of doubtful, but it's possible. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. I am looking forward to that, if nothing else. Like, I hope that they add a lot to the library, you know? It's starting off with a good few games, but like, yeah, in general with the Nintendo Online stuff, hopefully they just flesh out the library with as much as they can. I thought like, some of the selections were like pretty slim. In the end, it was okay. You got a few more in there, but I remember like N64 opened with like almost nothing, and just it was a very slow trickle of games coming out for it. But it will be cool, and hopefully the emulation is good. I mean, it should be by this point. It's been years, you know. Okay, we'll go for the red one this time. It's a heavy one, dude. I can't even imagine. It's probably a fucking 200 gig download or some shit. But yeah, at some point I'd like to check it out. I might wait until they flesh it out a bit more though. Particularly the driving stuff and the kind of... I think that it's got a lot of interaction, like world stuff at the moment, but not much in terms of building. So that's another thing I like to do in The Sims. I like to go like a bit crazy building stuff. So when they get a bit more of that in the game, I think I'll check it out. But it's shaping up pretty well. I'm really happy to actually see a successor in general, because like EA has been dropping the ball for like a decade plus at this point. Like they needed a competitor bad. They kind of let it become just kind of a dollhouse game with no soul, which is a shame because the original games, 1 and 2 especially, are very challenging. And there is a legit method and a challenge to playing them well that was kind of lost with time, you know? The first game especially is like hard as balls because your needs in that one drain so fucking fast. Okay, we're turning okay. I'm just slowing down a bit too much, I think. We need to catch up with these dudes. They've all got cool buggies, and I'm stuck with the thing. We're on lap 2 at the moment. Alright, go, 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 go. I'll try and gain a bit more speed on the straights here. Oh my god! The physics do feel a little different, for sure. Particularly how quickly you can lose your speed. It feels like the bumps don't quite work quite how they did before. The sense of speed I think was a little better in the original. I kind of need to play them side by side though, so I might like boot up the original after stream just to get a sense. But like yeah, it feels a little slower and the physics feel definitely a bit more realistic, but not too much so. It's still fun. Ba, 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 now. Oh, I am looking forward to the new Tomodachi Life as well. That's another another game that I've only really been exposed to through streamers, but like, it's always Kino, you know? 7th place. This is where it all goes to hell, dude. I just couldn't get any speed in this one. So much for my score. In general, like, with the Switch stuff, like, the software side of it is honestly, like, Nintendo's best showing in a long time. Like, a lot of the games on offer are really good and, like, really welcome. You got, like, the new game from the Bloodborne studio, and you got, like, Tomodachi Life, New Rhythm Heaven coming. Love that series as well. Like, there's so much good shit on the way, but, like, the hardware side of it is just diabolical, you know? And the pricing, of course. So it's going to be an interesting time. I'm hoping that either emulation or hacking is hitting a big way this time. You know, I hope the best minds are currently standing by to hack the shit out of that as soon as it comes out. Because I'm definitely too poor to be playing any of that shit at like $70 a pop. Fucking hell. I don't even spend that much on my fucking weekly shop, dude. Alright, let's go, let's go. I love all the fucking Beat Shack music. Oh shit, come on, come on. I know. Apparently it's like got a heavy multiplayer aspect as well, so it'll be interesting. I'm sure they paid them a fuckload, but also like realistically Sony probably weren't going to pay him shit, so I doubt there was like much competition. It was probably Nintendo or nothing. Yeah, pretty much Bloodborne 2, exactly. Like, Sony are basically a non-factor at this point. They've just tanked themselves so badly, especially with like Japanese studios. So like, it was never going to be them. So, and it wasn't going to be Xbox because they just don't care anymore. So naturally, it's Nintendo. As strange as it initially seems. Yeah, exactly, never. Though that probably applies more to Nintendo now. You can have no games, or you can have all the games, but extortionately priced. Shit, I hate reversing, dude. It takes so long. Oh my god. I'm not nailing these turns at all. Oh look, my own clone. Now neither of us will be last place. I'm trying to do it with the handbrake, but it's still not tight enough. Oh my god, they're so far away, dude. If I take it really wide, that seems to work a bit better. Okay. Okay, I think that's the new tech. Take it wide. Take it real wide. Oh, fuck. I fucked that one up. I wasn't ready. Okay, we gotta do a little better. Oh, fuck off. Who do you think you are? What the hell happened to him? That AI is still a little weird. Even though this is the remake, they're still acting kind of strange like they did in the original. They're not quite as strange. They're still, like, trying to race, but a lot of them are still crashing and the like. Oh my god, we are now in 3rd place. That's not gonna cut it. Okay, I think I just about started figuring out the turning tech as we were going there, but it wasn't the best. Alright, we're going to try this one more time. Hopefully this entire stream won't be me trying Championship 1 over and over. It might be. It probably won't be the first time I've made 0 progress in one stream. Okay, yeah. I think I've got this. I think I've got the tech now. I rarely, like, turn like this in other racing games. Because, like, usually the car doesn't have the right kind of handling to pull something like that off. But, yeah, buggies can pull it off. They're like go-karts, you know? Oh my god! Getting fucking killed here. They're actually more like bumper carts here. you see the fucking speed that guy hit me? What the actual hell just happened? I think they heard me talking shit. They're like, oh, you think you figured it out, do ya? Well, I'll fucking show you. Alright, game. I get you the message. Loud and clear. But yeah, remaking this game was pretty much just a one-man operation, which is very cool. I've seen stuff like this occasionally before. Usually like optimization mods that like help stuff run on modern PCs and stuff. But I don't know if I've ever seen a full-on remake of a game, and like it seems to be just one guy who was like really passionate about the game and really loved it. So absolutely hats off to Mr. Jake. He did a great job. Like it's not 100% with the original or anything, but like it's certainly like pretty damn close. And obviously the main issue I had with the original game when I played it was that like it just didn't run very well. Like no matter what I tried, you could try like a million different configurations in terms of compatibility fixes and virtual machines and all the rest, but it was all bad. So I never ended up doing a second stream with it. But yeah, the main issue with it has sort of been addressed now. But obviously, because it's a ground-up remake, it's not going to be one-to-one. It's not like a decompilation or anything like that. It's just straight up a guy playing the original, then playing this, and then just attempting to make it, which is cool. I know. I thought that too, Never. Like somebody put so much fucking effort into this. And that's it. That's all he get. He seemed so grateful for the one comment, you know. But obviously the guy who commented on my YouTube video of the original had also played it and recommended it. So there's at least 2 people that have played this remake. Thank God, because it's really well done. And I also really appreciate that it keeps the original aesthetics and stuff and doesn't make any stupid changes in terms of like adding bloom or some shit like that, because that often happens with these kind of things. I will leave him a nice comment, absolutely. I'll do that right after stream. You can look for it. What I particularly appreciate is that like he kept all the menus and stuff the same. Because like, it'd be so easy to just replicate the gameplay and then just have like white text on black background or whatever the fuck for the menu, you know, something kind of stylish and modern. But no, he kept the aesthetics exactly the same with the fucking animated GIFs and all that. It looks just as it did in the 90s, and yeah, hats off to him. He's done a great job. All right, here we go. And I still kind of suck at it, but that's not his fault. I sucked at it then, so I can only applaud him for keeping the difficulty intact as well. Alright, here we go. Oh my god. Alright, let's go. No. Okay, pick it up. Oh, fucking hell. They're getting really aggressive with me, these cars. Alright, you go over there. That's fine. I don't dare try manual with me on a fucking keyboard. I'd probably be so bad at switching gears. If I was on a controller, it'd be fine. Alright, is that it? Last lap, one more. Dude, we're gonna get second again. It's written in the fucking stars at this point. Oh, come on. Yeah, he's been like updating this for a good while too. It's only been out properly for a short while, but he's had loads of updates. So he's definitely passionate about like doing this properly, which is like, dude, one guy can be that passionate about an old 90s racer that only ever came out on PC, but like look at all the shit that's just completely ignored in history, you know, and all the old PC games that don't even have like a Windows 10 patch or anything, like they just can't fucking run. Like the game's very lucky to have somebody that talented and that like passionate about it. And it is a good game. I remember when I played it, I was like, this is very stylish. It's very soulful. I liked it. The main problem was just that it didn't run very well. I like that it has lots of different gameplay modes as well, although I can't really showcase them off when I'm constantly losing. So if I play a bit more of Championship mode, I'll hopefully be able to go to the other championships and show the rest of it. I haven't even done like a Demolition Derby stage yet. I want to do that. Oh, fuck off. The AI does like to like randomly turn into me and like completely derail any progress I was making like that. The AI in this game's always been weird though. I think that's actually quite accurate. If anything, it might be improved from the original. Alright, here we go. Oh fuck, dude. I don't even know what I hit there. Like, some of the physics are a little janky. Like, I guess technically I hit the wall, but it acted like I hit like a brick wall right in front of me when I was just kind of skirted along the side, you know? It's probably a Unity thing there. I don't know how much leeway it really has in terms of an engine. 'Cause I know there's certain issues when like you're porting 90s games, like old games, to modern engines. Do you guys remember like the Crash Bandicoot remakes? I could never get along with them because they changed the hitboxes on everything. Not because they like wanted to, but because the new engine just didn't have the same like. I think it was one of the Unreal Engine of the time, whichever number that was. It had like, I think, pill-shaped hitboxes, whereas the original hitboxes were like square. So I'd kind of be battling with my muscle memory when I'm taking jumps and stuff, and I'd always like take one step too many and just go off the fucking ledge and shit because I was used to the old sort of collision and stuff. So it's probably a situation like that where like it's really hard to replicate how 90s physics worked in modern engines because they're just kind of not put together the same way, you know? So you can play Spooky, you can play Pokemon Colosseum right now. There's a website called Dolphin Emulator. If you go to that website, there's a program you can download that will play it for you. I mean, I get it, but damn, dude. Don't let them get you like that. I like Pokemon Colosseum too. It's a good game. It's actually like probably the best of the stadium style ones, you know, the battle ones. Very, very cool. Fourth, but yeah, I don't know about buying a Switch 2 for it, dude. That's a lot of fucking money, and you'd have to get the damn subscription as well. Okay, I'm still on top. Yeah, I finally did it. Just in time. I'm sure all of you guys just about gave up on me just before I did it. Okay, Championship 2 now. So fucking livid about the people praising Colosseum and XD being on that emulator. It's a paid emulator. We're not getting a new game. Why are you happy about this? Exactly, Caleb. I'm with you on that, dude. Why are you so excited for a paid emulator when you can just emulate it for free, you know? Yeah, same, Never. I mean, hey, if it turns out to be hackable, I can like drop any fucking GameCube game on there I want. That's perfect for me, you know? But yeah, in all likelihood, it's just going to be them nickel and diming people, as it always is. So I don't really understand. It either. Because like I've played Pokemon Colosseum, you know, I have a Wii that I have lots of GameCube games on. I have a computer that I can emulate them on. Like, there's just, I don't know. I think, like, so, not to get on too much of a tangent here, but Nintendo fans are kind of brainwashed to not like emulation and stuff of that nature. Even though that's literally what Nintendo's doing here, you know, like let's not get it twisted. Like, there's nothing different about this emulation compared to the emulation on the PC. It's not better. It's not different in any way. It's literally just, you know, legal, which is complete horseshit anyway, because it is legal. Yeah, I think Caleb's looking for the he's looking for the Twitch vibe check right now. But yes, we need to get the guy who hacked Rockstar with the Fire Stick to get on the case. I agree. But yeah, I do think that kind of brainwashing is in effect somewhat, because like they're just kind of like scared away from it, especially the younger fans who like didn't grow up with it. Like, I'm a poor kid, okay? I grew up with emulation. Like, it was my thing. Like, I emulated at school. I emulated on my PSP, you know, because I couldn't get all the fucking nice consoles, you know. I couldn't get all the cool retro consoles. I couldn't get the modern consoles. I was fucking emulating the GBA, like, in 2002. Like, as soon as that shit came out, like, I had the first fucking version of Visual Boy Advance to play the new Pokemon and stuff like that, because I couldn't fucking afford the actual thing, you know. So, like, it's kind of always been with me, but I think a lot of kids that have grown up over the past 10 years or something have kind of like, they've grown up in a world where it's kind of vilified, and Nintendo's official website says, oh no, it's all illegal. Every bit of it is illegal. You shouldn't do any of that. You know, so it's a very different dynamic. He's in a mental hospital. Oh, yes, that's right. I think you're right. Yeah. Sad end for him. I think the only reason, like, they had to keep like taking away his internet, because every time they'd give him like the slightest internet capabilities, he'd go and pull something just all over again, you know? The guy was an absolute fucking genius. You know, maybe a bit misguided, but like, the car is the champion of this category. Do I want an easy rider or the champion? I think I want the champion. Give me the fast one. Nice. Look like the internet. Oh, did you? I used to do that. I used to like change the icons on the desktop. So yeah, what I do is I'd drop a Visual Boy Advance on the desktop or something. Then I change the icon to like the Internet Explorer icon, and then just change the name to something innocuous like a bookmark or an Explorer or something like that. And yeah, I never got caught. But we are talking about a long time ago here. Cybersecurity was not as it is now. Like, back then, that was enough to bamboozle people, you know?
3, 2, 1, go.
Probably my funniest memory of, like, the internet at school, I've probably told this story before, is there was some kid who, like... he set the desktop of every PC to a topless picture of Lara Croft. And this was in like 1998, so this was an absolutely like full-on triangle tit steal, you know. They were pointy as hell, but it was fucking really funny. I was like, I must have been like 9 or some shit, so I was like laughing so hard. Yeah, absolute mad lad. I think up until that point, that was maybe the fucking funniest troll job I'd ever seen. It wasn't me though, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly, man. We weren't afraid to let our imagination do the work back in the day, and that's fine. I think, if I remember the image right, though, I think it was actually like, it was like, just like a crappy Photoshop job. It kind of kept the triangle properties of the titties, but like just had some like photorealistic nipples pasted on there. Yeah, it kind of is spooky. That's the weird thing. Like, it was such a core memory that I can still kind of see it in my head. I could probably never find it again if I had to, you know. I think a lot of the stuff like that from back in the day has been lost to time. But there's been a lot more professionally produced rule 34 of Lara since then, of course. But like, to find something that crap, you'd have to probably use the Internet Archive and go God knows where. I wouldn't even know where to find it. You got revenge. Nice, nice. What did you do? I do remember, on a related note, I remember downloading Visual Boy Advance on the school PC. This is like back in year 6 or something, like a long time ago, probably like 2001, 2002. I downloaded it one time from like a kind of shady site and apparently got a virus onto the system. And it like infected all the PCs. You know how ROM sites were back then. It was probably like from voting on some poll for the 100 best ROM sites or whatever. And yeah, I got a virus on the system, and I remember like overhearing a conversation about them, like they found the file that spread it, and they said the name of the emulator, and I just remember sitting there like, oh shit, are they gonna find out? Are they gonna find out? And like they never tracked it to me, thankfully, but it was my fault. I was safe in the knowledge that I caused all that ruckus. Okay, here we go. He went to the toilet and left his PC unlocked, so I went to a dodgy website and clicked every ad I could until the PC blue screen based. Yeah, he got banned from the PCs for that. Nice. That's all you had to do back in the day. Literally, just click every ad you see and you'd wind up with like Bonzi Buddy, Yahoo Toolbar, Shareza, all the nonsense. Oh, 4th. That's not great. I mean, we'll get some points for it at least. Alright. Oh, Baja. Nice. Finally a Baja stage. The exposed engine. Beautiful. Big Joe. Shareza was kind of like eDonkey and like Napster and stuff like that. It was like a file sharing thing. Like Soulseek these days. But like that was I had kind of a Stepford wife thing with that, where I just kept downloading it and assuming like, oh well, the program itself wouldn't have the virus. It's clearly like the stuff I'm downloading. So if I'm just a bit more careful about the stuff I'm downloading, it'll be fine. And every time my PC died, like I just wouldn't give up. But like it was the program. Like at some point they just started like absolutely like shipping it with viruses, you know. And a lot of them went that way, I think. I think even eDonkey went that way, and I think eMule was like its virus-free replacement. Same with like JDownloader and some of the later ones as well. Like they all kind of eventually sold out to Big Virus. Oh dude, this is a proper Baja stage. Look at these turns. I also actually had Bonzi Buddy for a while too, like unironically, before it was a meme, just because I thought it was cute. Like I was an absolute menace with the PC back in the day. I must have done a total reinstall about 3 times on my first PC. Just couldn't help myself. But like I did start using it way too young. I was like 12 or something when I first got it, and like I guess that's not that young by today's standards, but for the standards of those times, it was quite young. Especially as like kids on the internet back then were just kind of supposed to be in their safe spaces, you know. And of course, I wasn't paying any attention to any of that shit and was all over the place. Out the way, out the way. Okay, we got 5th. This race is fun. Reminds me of MotorStorm a bit. I always like Baja games. MotorStorm and Baja Edge of Control come to mind. 2 of my favourites. The PS2 MotorStorm I played was good. Arctic Edge. I should probably play the PS3 version of that. The snowy one. I forget what it's called. But like, yeah, there's I think 2 more MotorStorm games to go. that I'll eventually get to. Oh, dude, these guys are always stopping in the middle of the fucking road. It's a nightmare. Ah, shit, that was all my fault. I couldn't realign myself in time. Oh, dude, it's over. This championship might take me a few attempts. Got your nose. No, you don't. Give me that shit back. What are you talking about? Give me that fucking shit. Yeah, there we go. It's back on. I recently learned how to do the coin behind your ear trick at work. Yeah, it doesn't have a nose to begin with. I do. It's just not that obvious, you know. Oh, dude, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. I'm gonna finish, no matter what. Card tricks are the worst. See, I actually did learn a card trick as well, but I can't do it super consistently. But a lot of the is this your card stuff is just a matter of counting in your head, you know? Because if you've got a certain amount of cards, you can always end up with the same card if you just count enough, you know? And I sort of learned how to do that, but if you asked me to do it on the spot, I probably couldn't, you know? Oh, nice. I think it's cool to have a magic trick or two up your belt, you know? Was this parkour not very impressive, I presume? Was it like hopping on some steps? Well, everybody stopped, so clearly that's the end of the race. Well, that was not a very good Baja debut for me. And we finally have a little buggy race. Sea, Sun, and Speed Sensations. The best car of its category. I think I need to maybe stick with the beginner cars a bit more. Nice. Oh, nighttime stage. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this from the first time I played it. Well, it's got the nice lighting too. This is in the original. Well, I'm sorry for your neighbour's car in that case. Didn't deserve that. Yeah, the effects were quite good in the original game in terms of like the night lighting and stuff, and they actually have been carried over really nicely here. It looks a little bit better, in fact, which I guess makes sense because it's a modern engine. But yeah, I'm really impressed with how much he stuck to the original aesthetic on this. Because I know with like Unity remakes of games, I've played a couple, not that many on stream, but like I've played some, and they pretty much always like break something that just make it look like a bit of a cognitive dissonance thing, where you like. You can see something and be like, oh, well, you couldn't pull that off in the 90s. What the fuck's that doing here? But, like, pretty much everything here looks exactly as it would have back in the day, just with widescreen, which is nice. I presume you can probably get it in full free mode if you change the resolution too, so, you know, that's always appreciated. Oh, God. Oh, my God, dude, what a absolute car wreck here. Love the little JPEGs of guys clapping on the side. Very soulful. Oh, watch out! Okay, we're good. Dude, that guy wasn't even facing the right direction. What happened to him? Must have had a horrific crash. The sound design in this game is real good, actually, because when you get close to the people, you can always hear them clapping. And the closer you get. See, like, you just pass like one person, you're gonna hear him clapping. That was in the original too, as I recall. So he's carried over pretty much all the shit you'd want. It's so easy for like the soul to get lost when you do ports like this, like you know, conversions like this. But it hasn't happened here at all. Like it just feels like a version of the game that's not crashing, which is all I could ever ask for, really. I'd have to like play it side by side to see the physics differences, because I do remember like the original definitely felt like a bit more of a roller coaster, you know. You had a little less control and you were a bit more speed, but here it's a little bit more grounded, which isn't really a bad thing. There we go. Well, unfortunately my performance up to this point has been dreadful, but I did well on that one. Oh, I'm tied with first place. Does that count? Okay, we still got one more, so we're fine. If we win the next one, we got it. Alright, I'm gonna go for the slightly easier car this time, so I don't absolutely fuck myself for no reason here. Right, we're back to you, Rock. This sounds kind of like Irish music or something, you know? You can just imagine a guy with a fucking accordion coming on. Oh, it's the nighttime version. Yeah. There's just something so, like, comforting about all the headlights here. Very comfy. I noticed this with the, so I haven't got it yet, but I'm very tempted to get the Croc remake that came out recently. Because as you guys probably all know, I've had a playthrough of Croc Legends of the Gobbers going on for about 2 years at this point, and I haven't beat the game yet, but apparently the new version has much improved controls from everything I've heard, and what's cool about it is you can run it in kind of a retro modern mode where you can run it at like 60 FPS but keep the original graphics and stuff, and that looks really good. In much the same way this does. There's something about like retro games kind of upscaled, but with like the original textures and without any of the dumb smoothing shit that just looks really good. And yeah, I think Croc looks really good like that as well. I was looking at Vinny's playthrough of it actually, and he seemed to like it too. Oh, Color Shed was streaming it. Nice. Yeah, I think it's a favourite of a lot of us old heads. I will almost certainly get the remake just to you know, show my support, because I do like the little guy and I do want more Croc games, even if he is a bit frustrating sometimes. I've already beat like 70% of the game with the tank controls, so I don't know. It'd feel like I was cheating a little bit if I switched over to analog controls now, but it is tempting because the last part of the game is so difficult, you know? Oh my god, go away, dude. Interesting how me and Color Shed are both racing streamers that somehow play Croc also. I would think that wouldn't be a massive crossover. Crocover? But apparently it is. Maybe that's what happens when you give a platformer game car controls. Alright, here we go. Oh, I couldn't quite make it super smooth. Blocked him though. I probably can't win on a fifth. I really need to get a first here. But I think Goose is cooked on that one. Ah, so close. It's a fun stage though. I'll get it eventually. Might need another run. Oh, down the third. Brutal, dude. Okay, we'll get it next time. That wasn't bad for a first run though. I've definitely improved. We're getting the hang of this shit. Hopefully we can beat it. Alright, back to Snake Valley. Be nice if there was a few more music tracks. I will say it's a little repetitive, but this was the old days. You know, they weren't licensing soundtracks for racing games yet, and you kind of just had to commission a guy to get a X amount of tracks, you know, and that's all you get. Oh, I love how the headlights turn on in the tunnel. Again, for the 90s, you know, for the time, it was quite cool. I remember, like, I think it was like Ridge Racer 2 or something that did that for the first time in a 3D game, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. It's a simple thing, but like, it felt remarkable at the time. And I remember in the Ridge Racer games as well, like your headlight graphic would change, like it would become like a dark version where it would be like yellow instead of white. Little touches like that make a big difference. Of course, because I'm playing this on my clicky ass keyboard, I'll try not to stay up too late. Don't want to keep my roommate up for all night, but yeah, it's I think we're making decent progress, so I think we might be able to beat this one. As long as the third championship isn't like insane. Yeah, it's going alright. Let's keep going. Where's first place? Oh, there he is. Okay, so we haven't gone too far, right? Oh, so the tricky thing about this game is you can't pull off a Miko maneuver like you can in Tokyo Extreme Racing. I tried to block the guy there and he just plowed through me like I was nothing. Car weights were not calculated quite so well. Yeah, I got pitted myself there. I tried to block a guy and then I got straight pitted immediately. And welcome, Headless. Good to see you. You're doing well. I'm still just behind them though. There's still a chance. Especially with an entire lap left. I think we can save this one. Oh, Jesus. I had to come to a complete stop not to crash there. I lost so much speed I may as well have crashed. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. But yes, I will probably play Croc again pretty soon. I don't know whether it'll be the remake version or the old version. But what I want to do is I want to try the remake version and test out the analog controls. And if they're like good and like I can actually catch up to where I am on stream, then I might just continue it there. So I've heard the controls are like significantly improved. Like, they're still a little slippery, so you are still controlling a crocodile, but like it's apparently compared to the old tank ones, which are not gone. You can still use the D-pad if you really want them, but yeah, compared to those, apparently they're significantly improved. This game should be being sold for money as well, though, honestly. I wish they could fucking work out the license or whatever and give the guy a payday here. He's done some fucking great work here. Dude, second is all we're getting on this one, I think. First place is just too good. He just, like, absolutely wrecked me. But that's okay. We can come back from this. I think it's is it the Baja next? Yes, it is. Put the pressure on your opponents. May the I didn't even notice that. May the Baja be with you. What does that even mean, game? Well, I will let the Baja be with me. I remember when I played Baja Edge of Control, actually what I kept doing is I just kept putting Baja in random sentences and it would be funny every time. So I think the game was a little ahead of its time here. It doesn't even matter if there's like no logical context for it at all. It's just kind of a funny word. Like, it sounds nothing like force, but I still crack the smile, you know? Oh, fuck off. I hate when they get stuck. Look at the fumes coming out of that guy. I think it means lower, but I think you're right. I remember having that discussion way back in the day. I think it means lower, like it's a car that goes up and down, you know, like it can lower. I think that's the technical meaning of it. The Sands of Rage. Oh my god. What the fuck did that guy even just do? How did he like suplex himself across the stage like that right on top of me? You got no chance in this fucking game, dude, with some of the shit that AI cars do. Alright. Back up to second, finally. I think we can hopefully salvage it from here. Definitely a lot better than last time. Alright, cool. We got this. We got this. But yeah, going back to what we were talking about earlier, I think it's just a gut feeling, but I think the Switch 2 is going to go down like the Wii U did, in the sense that I think there's still going to be Switch games coming out in like 10 years time, you know? And Switch 2 games are going to stop coming out in like 5 years. I think it's going to have the Wii effect where like it outlives the sequel because they just like misread the market so badly, and like you can kind of get everything that you could already want from the first one. Because I don't know, Nintendo fans don't really care about specs that much. If shit's still coming out for the Switch, and you know it might be if like, I think the main thing they've got is some exclusives. Yeah, so they've got Mario Kart and Zelda. Although there are already versions of those, you know, but like they kind of need to, I guess, not sit on stuff for too long. Mario Kart, for instance, like that's going to be a seller, but like if that doesn't retain people, and if it's like not as beloved as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was on the Switch, like people are just going to keep playing that, you know. If it flops, then they're in trouble, basically, because you know, obviously, like, they're very much in a situation where if the exclusives aren't good enough, people will just keep playing the original. Which is basically what happened with the Wii, where the Wii was still getting games up until like 2020 or something. Unless they're male. Very true. Dude, your male Oshi is not getting a Switch 2 from anybody. Very true. Don't buy me one if I'm your Oshi, if anybody's listening. I'm just waiting for Yuzu. Don't worry, I'm fine. But yeah, I think my gut feeling tells me it'll be one of those situations where even if it's like moderately successful, I don't know if it's going to touch the success of the original, you know? Because that's kind of just what happens with Nintendo, like whenever they do like an upgraded version of another console. So we'll see if this can be like the difference maker. I definitely think it's a mistake to be like reselling games though, like how there's another version of Zelda for the Switch 2 when you could just play the original. You know what I mean? It's already a backwards compatible console, but like it's very strange. It's a new approach that I'm hoping doesn't work, but might. Yeah, I didn't either. I kind of expected it for GTA 6, as we were saying. Like I thought that would be the first game to do that, but yeah, we're kind of already there. So it's GTA 6 probably going to be like $120 or something now. Oh, up to second, nice. Everybody just happened to crash into each other. Love it when that happens. Unfortunately, first place is like way ahead. All right, let's widen this one out. I can turn around. There we go. So yeah, it's a bit of a worrying trend. If there's some games that I really like, I will buy them, you know. And like if a series I really like is like stuck on there, then I'll bite the bullet and be like, oh well, fuck it. But you know, there's not that many series that I want to support that much. The closest is probably like Rhythm Heaven. I really do like those games a lot. I've played like all of them, but like even then, I'm not sure. You know, if there are a lot of them like that, maybe eventually. But like, I don't know. It's a bit of a hard sell. Rubber dubber dub, is that true? Yeah. Okay, that was okay. I didn't see what my rank was there. I pressed the button too quickly. Alright, I'm sticking to the easy cars purely because I seem to suck less with them.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, let's do it, let's do it. Now that I've had a practice run with this one, hopefully I'll be okay. They're getting violent with me. There we go, there we go. Giving them their receipts this time. Yeah, nice. This guy's fucking faster. Can't seem to get away from him. Okay, we're still in front, just barely. He's got a cool looking mini too. Ah, fuck, oh my god. Well, an attempted blocking there that didn't really work. Fucking hell. They just get so violent for no reason on this fucking stage. Okay, well we gotta somehow come back from that. Yeah, I know. I can't believe what I'm fucking seeing either. Thankfully they're violent with each other as well, so sometimes they like pit maneuver each other and get stuck. It's not just me that's getting bullied here. Right, here we go. No. Ah, fucking hell. Okay, got third. Can I get second? Second might be enough. But third definitely won't be, I'm sure. I was close until the last one last time. I completely bottled it on this stage, but if I can do okay here, I might have a chance. Oh, that was okay. Unfortunately, I crashed right into him. Yes, yes. Oh, look at that. Fucking beautiful. Oh my god, absolutely outskilled. Okay, oh, we did it. Yeah! Thank you for the patches. Okay, just one championship left now. It would be cool if this game had like some lore or something, you know, some like cutscenes or something like that to pad things out here. I don't know what exactly they could do, but they could do something probably. Oh, thank you. Let's have a sip. Right. Alright, Championship 3 is calling to me now. Thank you for the pass check as well. Wow. Remake. Speedster. Do we want the Beetle or the Speedster? For Beetle Racer addicts. I mean, Beetles are a little tougher. This thing is going to be real fast, though. Actually, the Beetle's faster, according to this. Okay, let's go with the Beetle, then. I mean, it is Beetle... It's Beetle, Crazy Cup, so it makes sense. I always want to call it Beetle Adventure Racing, but that's a completely different game. I like them both equally, though. I think Beetle Adventure Racing is maybe a little better, but I can't tell if that's just my, like, N64 bias, you know? That one has more music, and the music's a bit better. I'll give it that. I can do that anytime. Yeah, I've got my N64 up and running again, so we could do a part 2 of that. I don't remember if I like left much. You haven't gotten back to B4. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, I can do a part 2 of that pretty soon. Oh, look at that. Holy shit, I did a 2 wheelie there. Absolutely styling on them. I remember Midtown Madness 3 had a lot of Beetles too. I think that and Beetle Adventure Racing were the only 2 games to have like the new Beetle in them. Whereas this game has a lot of classic Beetles. I remember the new Beetle getting a pretty scathing review on like Jeremy Clarkson's Motor World back in the day. Apparently they all like died very quickly in terms of like you know, day-to-day use and stuff. They just didn't hold up. This is the one that they would have released like around like the late 90s, early 2000s. Which obviously the games were keen to promote. Fuck. Oh my god, how am I fucking this up, dude? This should be like a guaranteed win. What am I doing? Somehow spun out at like the least opportune time imaginable there. Unfortunately, fortunately, I've been racing so good that it doesn't really matter. I can just come to a complete stop and it doesn't even matter, dude. I've got this shit in the bag. It's a great car, to be fair. Yeah! Best total time and best lap time. The best everything. I'm I'm racing Soda and Nora. December, Cool Player 2014. Nora again. Pump It, Baby Chev, January, and Darkle. I get the feeling these might be like maybe friends of the guy that did the remake or something. I'm not sure what the relevance of the names are. They're quite interesting. Definitely get the vibe they were real people at some point. All brains. I like this one. I think that says brains. It might say brats or... I can't quite make it out. Alex. It's cute though. I like the colours. Reminds me of like... What are those sweets called? The black and pink ones. Licorice. Yeah. Licorice car. Alright, we'll do the Alex Beetle. Cross and roll. Oh boy, this sounds like it's going to be absolute mayhem. Oh, look at that fucking engine, dude. Okay, I got 2 spinnies, therefore I will win. Oh, thank you for doing in the Cockney mode. Thank you, Headless, and welcome. Oh, as you can see, there's 10 people in the race on this one, so it's going to be a real barn burner. We just keep adding minis and beetles into the race. We can't stop ourselves. And as you can see, it's going to be... we're going to be rolling, we're going to be crossing, we're going to be doing it all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, so, we're going to go Cockney mode here. As you can see, we're doing it like we're in Germany right now, but... You don't really see a lot of Beetles in good old London, but you do see a lot of Minis, because of course the Mini's a beautiful British car. And these days, you buy one, you buy the other, they're basically the same fucking thing. So you can consider this mini adventure racing or mini Crazy Cup. Of course, Alex here is in an absolute hellish contraption. I can't even tell you what he's in. Okay, got the best lap time, but I am not yet first, which is obviously something that we have to sort out right now. Let us sort it out. All right, you there, fucking Green Goblin. Like, come on, come on. Here we go. Oh, look at him. Oh, I attempted the block. It didn't work because he's tougher than I am, apparently. Of course, that wouldn't happen in real life. If I blocked you like that, mate, you'd be on the fucking floor. All right, here we go, here we go. Come on, come on. Ooh, you're having a fucking laugh, aren't you? You think you're hard, eh? I've gone into chav mode for some reason. So much for Cockney mode. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Chav Crazy Cup. Yeah, exactly. Live from the pub. It's like if I'm playing with my Hot Wheels buggies. Just doing live commentary as I down another pint. And here we see Alex taking the lead on the final furlong. Oh, it's going to be a photo finish. Does he have the brains that he has on his door in his head? Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh. I think we got this, maybe. I am decently ahead, somehow. Okay, surely I can't mess this up now. I might be jinxing it by saying that, but like, come on. No, 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 no. Oh. That was almost a photo finish. Just Just wanted to throw for some content there, chat. I want to keep you on the edge of your toes, you know. No, it's okay, it's okay. You know, I meant to do that, you know. I meant to have you all thinking I was going to throw at the last second, but it was perfectly fine. What are you talking about no skill, dude? That was the most skillful thing I could have done. See, I got it just right. I did that. I messed up just enough that I could still finish first, but I know you thought I'd done it. I know you thought I'd blown it. Alright, we're staying with the Beatles, dude. We're playing a Beetle game after all. It's Beatlemania here. Back to Snake Valley. I wonder if we unlock like a 4th GP when we beat this one. Be Mario Kart style. We'll find out soon. I don't remember if I beat all the championships when I first played this, but judging by how unstable the game was, I probably didn't. Oh, look at that. My own clone. Down he goes. Oh, dude, we're losing control a bit here. The paint job on that fucking car is insane. Vaporwave. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh. Yeah, beautifully done. Okay, that is skill. You can't deny that. That's skill. Thank you for the clip, Bedless. That was almost a classic spike blunder, but somehow I got saved. Probably because I've gotten so used to like reversing and turning my ass around in this game from all the heinous crashes that I was kind of ready for it. At least more so than I would have been if it happened an hour earlier. Right, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, still at it. Top drink. Seems like a outlawed 90s energy drink or something. Pretty much everything that was around back then isn't around anymore. They were all highly illegal. Shit. Fucking hell. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I've gone Beetle crazy. I can't be fucking stopped. Making this game my bitch right now, I'm afraid. Doesn't even matter that I crash. I'm keeping all my damn speed. Oh, fuck. See, I'm just doing wheelies for the hell of it. I'm just showing off here. You know, crashing on purpose, throwing for content. You know how it is. The cockier I get, the more mistakes I make. Chat right now, internally, is begging for me to fuck up, like, irredeemably. Let's do a fucking 3-point turn in the middle of the damn road now. Is it still easy levels? No, no, no. Oh, shit. Okay, I earned that one. No, this is the third GP, so in theory this is the hardest bunch of stages. In theory. I don't know if in practice. There might be like another GP that unlocks afterwards or something, but yeah, in theory this should be the hardest stuff the game has to offer. We'll see though, we'll see. I'm still gonna win, still gonna win. I just keep like giving you that little bit of a tease that I'll lose, but I'll win. Yeah, I'll win. I got this, I got this. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it. Nice. Alright, sweet. I don't know if this is the last stage or the second to last. We'll find out in a moment. Anyway, oh my god, look at that difference, dude. I'm sorry, but December, Pump It, Soda, Cool Player, all you guys are on job duty tonight. Okay, yeah, we got one more. At least one more. We're doing it buggy mode again. Shall we go back to Alex? I quite liked his one. Another nighttime stage. Looks like Stormy almost. Okay, it's another cross and roll. Holy shit, dude. I haven't seen a sky like that since last week. This is a dismal looking fucking city here. It's cool looking though. I like the skyscrapers and stuff. Oh, fuck off, mushroom. That one wasn't my fault. Power weather. Is that how they described it, Paul? I think. I'm not entirely sure what that means myself. Oh fuck! I hit like an invisible wall there or something. Yeah, and I've never heard of it. No, I haven't either actually. And I'm living in the UK, so it sounds like kind of familiar. I may have heard it before, but like I don't know what it means, so I can't tell you. It probably like cloudy, if I had to guess, you know? Oh my god, I don't even know what's happening, dude. Just getting thrown everywhere. Okay, I might be sinking my entire point lead now by coming in 10th place if I don't do something. Right, I see. You heard it like PAL. Yeah, I can't tell you. It seems kind of oddly familiar, but it's probably not a term that I've heard used in like a long time. I feel like I might have heard a weatherman say it once, you know? But I don't watch the weather enough to know. Oh my god, it's fucking over. It's Jova, it's me over. What can we do? Oh, dude, look at the distance. I've been left in a different stratosphere at this point. I need a bit of practice on this stage, unfortunately. Oh my god, boy do I. It's in theory possible that I had such a good performance before this that it won't matter if I earn 0 points, but it's probably pretty unlikely. I think we might have to try this one again. Still got another lap though. If I can just get like somewhat caught up, we might be able to make this not so painful. Let me give that a read. Something that covers or conceals, especially an overspreading element that produces an effect of gloom. Yeah, not something I tend to use either, but I think it would be like cloudy weather, like no sunlight. I think it would be a term to describe when like the sun's being covered by clouds, you know? Clouded over. I think that's what it would mean in a weather context. Like, you can go outside and you can guarantee that the sun will not touch your skin. Which is usually a guarantee in Britain anyway, but yeah. That's why we all have such great complexions, you know? Okay, I managed to bump that guy into next week, so we're at least not coming dead last. As long as I keep it up somewhat. The stage is really tough. There's like so many terrain changes and stuff. Just being bumped all over the place. Oh, got 8th. Okay, there we go. That is at least not dead last. Might get like 2 points or something. Might get some charity points. Oh, still one. Still one. My lead was good enough. I got literally 0 points and it didn't matter. However, it continues. The last championship is the longest, I think. So I can still mess this thing up. A star is born. You will not regret your choice. Well, game, if you really reckon I will not regret this one, then maybe we'll go for it. DS kits. Okay, let's give it a shot. Championship buggy. He did. Okay, I'm not sure which of these is going to be the last one. It might be this one. It's got to be, right? I've done like 5 of these now. Okay, we got the big ass wheels on this one. Oh my god, look at me leaving behind. Me and the one other guy who has the same car. I think we made the right choice. Pass him too. Beautiful. Oh, that is a super tight turn. Do you think of Rome? What do you mean? Yeah, look at the big ass wheels here. You mean like, do I think of home when I see the clouds? Yeah. My childhood was growing up with cloudy skies above me. Fuck. Yeah, the turns are insane here. They're like so steep. And there's a massive pits in the middle of the road. Oh, fucking hell. Trust him to block my way. At least I'm first now. This is a fun track. I like this one a lot. Buggy Beat. That's a really cool logo too. Reminds me of like Spy vs Spy or something. Yeah, I hope they get multiplayer going in the remake version of this. It'll be really fun. Obviously, like the original had multiplayer, but that's like long since taken offline. But if they somehow get multiplayer going in the remake, I'm gonna be on that shit in no time at all. Mind you, like at the moment, this guy only has like 1 comment on the remake. You know, like we need to get a bit of a fucking fan base going here. I need a few of you guys to download this shit and leave a nice comment for him so he can feel inclined to maybe get online going again. There we go. Got first. Yeah, already he's done great work. I want to be greedy here. Hey! There's the overall results, finishing on 200. Well done. You've won this championship. You can now play next. What is next? I think there is like one thing left, isn't there? Like Beetle Challenge. What is it? Welcome to the Beetle Challenge. Click on the flags to play an event. Winning an event grants you access to the next level. Okay, this is like a world map mode or something. But yeah, this has like cars for sale and stuff. Oh, cool. Can I get the modded cars I added in? I don't think they're here. Spiker, that's what I need. Got my name on it. Okay, we'll do like I guess this is kind of like a career mode in itself. I did not even know this was here. I don't know if you can play this before you've beat the other mode. So I think I tried this earlier. Let's do a... You must have at least 1 car for this. Okay, so I need a derby car to do a demolition derby. I only have 400 points. Can I get anything? Okay, we've got that one. We can sell it. Dude, I've somehow managed to amass like no money, even though I've been playing this for like 3 hours, 2 hours now. We're probably just gonna have to stick to the stuff we've got at the moment, which are the buggies. So let's do a buggy challenge first. Rookie, semi-pro, professional, or master. Can I just go straight to master? No, we can't. Okay, fine, we'll do rookie. I probably have to put 500 up of my own money first. Okay, we've only got 1 car. Well, let's give it a try. Fuck it. Win the race in 2 laps. Easy. I've been training. Damn, Zeppelin news. They must have pretty slow news days up there, you know, like, if they've got to stay in the Zeppelin 24/7, there can't be that much to report on. At least there's a nice race today. That's right, Larry, we saw a bird today. We saw a whole flock of birds. Right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, this mode's a little harder. I dig it, I dig it. Holy shit, they throw you into the water. Nice. I love the fucking... It sounds like a cat in this song. Like a sample. Oh my god, he absolutely led me into that. Bozo. Okay, the AI is a little tougher on this mode. But yeah, I've done the championship now, so I guess I've got every stage unlocked. Yeah, this mode's pretty cool. It looks like you can like buy cards and upgrades and stuff from this as well, which is good. So maybe I'll, if I do a second stream of this, I'll focus on this one. Right, get away, get away, get away. I don't think I've played this exact version of this stage though. I've played a version of it, but it didn't have the bit where it launches you into the sea. Nice race, you almost got it. You played SnowRunner yet? No, I haven't actually. Is it on sale? I think I might actually have it, maybe already. Maybe I just haven't played it yet. I can't remember. No, I don't think I have SnowRunner, because I know SnowRunner has like seasons and stuff. I don't think I've got it yet. It'll be a good one. Super easy to borrow. Borrow, you say? What do you mean borrow? Who's got it? Who's gonna lend me their copy? Fit Girl repacks ever cheap? Oh, Fit Girl, my Yoshi. I love Fit Girl. You know, when she holds up that spoon, I know I'm in good hands. Cool. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I can go and find it. That's no problem. I think SnowRunner would be a good follow-up to this because it's kind of like rally style. We can keep the vibes going. But yeah, we'll do a little SnowRunner sometime soon. Probably better to grab a copy like that because I know it has like so much content on Steam and whatnot. I'll probably be here all day trying to grab it all. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. We'll end it here. Beetle Challenge mode looks fun though. I might play this one again if I give it a little break. We can come back to this. It's kind of like the GT mode, so to speak. It's the one where you drive trucks through the mud and snow. Yeah, that one. So doesn't SnowRunner have like I don't want to say like a season pass, but it has something like that on Steam, right? Where it has like, it changes the content every now and again, sort of like Rocket League and stuff like that. And in my memory, it's like that anyway. Every time I've looked at it, I was like, oh, should I wait for a sale? Like, as DLC. Yeah, I can't quite keep up with what's going on with it, but I've been close to getting it a couple times. But yeah, it does have a lot of DLC, I think. So yeah, maybe I'll find it with on Fit Girl or something. It's still 35 quid? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I'm probably thinking of some other fucking rally game that involves snow. I'm sure there's more. But yeah, never mind me. Just my brain being slow as usual. Anyway, thank you all for joining. I hope you had a lovely time. Thank you for the second stream of Beetle Crazy Cup. Again, I'm going to shill the link for where you can get this, because I do recommend you get it. You can grab this. Legally, it's in Game Pass. Oh, I see. So you can grab this here from Jaken525's itch.io. Leave him a nice comment if you happen to play this. It's a game that's long out of print, so you can just download the whole thing. It's only like a gig. It's a pretty small download, and it's great fun. And yeah, I'll leave him a nice comment after this because I had a lot of fun playing it. And I think that's the first time I've ever beat the championship mode because the original just was not stable enough. Yeah, yeah. I'll be looking out for your nice comment. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I will be sure to make it. All right, I'm gonna have a look on Twitch if it'll load. It's being a bit of a bugger at the moment. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. There do be an A. Oh, is a Rippy on? Well, that's perfect. Let's go raid her. And she's got a nice, easy name with no VT or anything, so I can just type it in and I'll know I'm right. Cool, cool, cool. Well, have a lovely rest of your evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back probably Sunday or so. It'll be either Sunday or Monday for the next stream. I'm going to have a busy weekend at work, but hopefully after that we can chill for a bit. And I'll look into getting SnowRunner in some form soon. I also have to play Grid, not Grid, Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. And yeah, Dirt Rally I was thinking of. I've got Dirt Rally on Steam as well, and I've also yet to play that. So lots and lots of rally games to play eventually. Anyway, take care everybody. Just drop one of these or one of these or three of these, whatever you like. Give a nice big warm welcome to the A, and I will see you guys soon. Have a lovely evening. Let's go.